the big question, working with one of the best hosts, not just in the States, one of the best hosts in the country. And I can say that as a fan. I'm a big fan of Mike Valente. He's a great host. He's great at what he does. And there's a lot of great hosts in this town, so I don't want to take away from anybody else. But what was it like working next to Mike Valente? Minus the screaming part.
Yeah, right. No, I mean, he's just a super talented guy, and most importantly, just a good dude both on and off the air. That's certainly done a lot for me, and both personally and professionally. And he's just extremely hardworking and dialed in. You know, he's always paying attention to stuff. He's always on top of his game. His knowledge is unbelievable. You hear that with every single sport. And he's a guy that really, you know, has had a hell of a career building his show and you know, empowering other people on his show to really have opportunities as well, which I'll always be immensely grateful for, the opportunities that 97.1 and that Mike has given me. But no, he really is just one of the best, and some of the topics and some of the angles that he just comes up with, it's just crazy to see over the years.
I think that's why he gets a lot of his criticism, is because he's such on top of his game. He really knows his stuff. And I think it pisses people off, because how could you know that much? How could you know? And I think for some people it bugs them. But hey, he's doing his thing, just like you're doing your thing. When you're on top, you have to be. You got to be on top even more.
Sure.
Because everyone's gunning for you.
Sure.
You know, so he's actually, you know, he's empowered you to take the next step. Now, you started a golf page, well, I guess a Facebook golf page.
Right there.
MDG.
You go. Yeah.
What's MDG?
Metro Detroit Golfers.
Yeah.
Yep. Metro Detroit Golfers. So, and honestly, Freddie, I mean, that is it's 1A and 1B. This is one of the big things that I'm really diving into, and it's just taken off. I've always thought that, look, we're a golf state.
Yeah.
All right. Michigan is a golf state, and I don't think the coverage and the media coverage really matches that. I think there's a ton of passionate golfers in this state. I think there's a ton of appetite to talk golf, and that it really hasn't existed. You know, it hasn't existed on that level of, hey, let's have some fun discussion. Let's really build a community. Let's really talk about stuff. And so that's what I launched a Facebook group, and I invited I'd say I probably had a good 2,000 people that I got in, right, personally, from people that had DM'd me and whatnot. And then it's from there, it was just, hey, invite your friends. And the group has kind of taken a life of its own, where people are driving content themselves. And
we're filming it at end of July, so you're about 19,000 in the group right now.
Yeah,
correct?
just basically 20,000, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
in just over 2 months. It's been wild.
You know, from listening to you, I know football is your one of your favorite sports. I can tell you, for me personally, and I've watched a lot of sports, okay? I watch the Golf Channel more than I watch NFL, baseball. I don't even know where the Hockey Channel is.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't tell you where MLB Channel is.
Yeah.
I could tell you where the NFL Network is.
Yeah.
Basketball, I don't turn it on. I watch I watch LPGA. I watch the Champions Tour, which I don't think they're playing right now. And I watch all the golf as much as possible. I'm on the Golf Channel a lot more.
No, and Freddie, me too. And I think that's the thing too with this golf community. There's just such again, I use the word, there's such an appetite for people to really talk golf in this state. People want to talk about local courses. They want to talk about fun discussions they have with their friends. They want to get advice on there. There's been people that meet people on there and go out and play together, you know? There's so many different things that this group has been good for, and it's been a positive thing, I think, amidst all that's going on in this world, for people just to connect, to talk golf. And again, it's one of those situations where we're a golf state, and I think that it's just going to continue to grow with how many people love golf. So yeah, Metro Detroit Golfers, check it out.
Do you realize you have an eclectic group there when you found? I don't know how you keep up with all those posts.
It's wild.
I know you have to censor some of the stuff that people
we do.
say. I think a lot of people have respected your rules.
Most.
Most have respected your rules. Just talk about golf. Just talk about your game. You know, some things you like, some things you don't like. You know,
you're a part of it. I know you love it.
The other day, I posted that the young girl took that swing, and it got a lot of buzz. That's a good thing, you know.
That's the most remarkable thing, and I've had a lot of people say this too. It's sure when you say, hey, there's 20,000 members, right? That's great, and I hope it's this time next year we're projected to be 60,000.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. But what's almost more impressive is the engagement level of it. one person posts a question, and you look at it an hour later, and there's 87 comments.
Yeah.
You know, and you look at a couple hours later, there's 133 comments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are really just engaged with talking and passionate about it. They're so passionate about it, and that's great. And you're right. Most people have been following the rules. Most people have been nice, fun, positive. Of course, when you have 20,000 people, there's always going to be some bad apples you have to weed out.
Yeah.
But overall, Fredi, it's been, even for my expectations, it's really just even exceeded that so far. It's just been, we got a lot of stuff in the works too that we're working on. It's just unbelievable.
Well, you tell me whatever you can tell me. A part of that page, you have a separate page where they can buy and sell stuff.
Yep.
That's Metro Detroit golfers.
Buy, sell,
and
trade.
sell.
Yep. So that's the sub page. We're thinking about doing a separate sub page for specific to outings. You know, so we want to kind of separate it where, in the group, we don't want too much buy, sell, hey, click my website and buy this. We really don't want a ton of that in there. So the buy, sell page is a way for people to, if you want to sell clubs, buy clubs, sell golf equipment, that's what that's for.
So what's the future of the page? What do you project that you? I mean, obviously you left #1 show.
Yep.
So you got to make a living. Mm-hmm. How much can you tell us?
Yeah. I'll tell you this too. So let me backtrack before I answer that. The main thing that I'm gonna be doing is that myself, along with Kyle Bogey, who you know, have launched a marketing company. So we have, really been building this up, and it's amazing how many companies, especially with COVID, realize the importance of digital marketing. Right? You got to be on someone's phone. You got to be online presence. Your business has to be on there, especially right now. So that's the 1A, right? That's been taken off. That's just we have so much, been so busy with that. Whether we work with several financial companies, mortgage companies. We work with a ton of golf courses now who need help with social media. We work with some restaurants. We work with a bunch of different businesses, small local businesses, and really excited to build that. We have office space in downtown Royal Oak. We just finalized. We have a ton of stuff there. But that's 1A. 1B is going to be focusing on the golf community, the golf page as well, and we're doing a ton of stuff within that. I'm talking about some really big projects that I'll kind of just hint at with a couple huge interviews, a couple huge guests we have, a couple really big things we're doing in terms of golf discounts. I have courses reaching out every day wanting to offer people in the community discounts. So we're really compiling all that, and I think it's going to be huge.
So you may launch a podcast that will go through your page?
That is certainly possible, yes. Okay. That is certainly possible, absolutely.
So speaking of podcasts, and you're on the radio, do you think the future really is podcasting versus terrestrial radio? Because Mike always says it's dead.
Yes.
Okay. For me, a fan, I don't believe it's dead, because I rather turn on the radio and hear Mike and you guys, versus sometimes I get in the car, my Bluetooth is screwing up or something.
Here's the thing. I think that there's always going to be a place for traditional radio, right? Especially, you mentioned with cars, right? Safety-wise, look, there's never going to be a TV there where the radio is. Yes, there's screens and GPS stuff. But the point is, you're never going to be able to watch TV right there while you drive. It's just too dangerous. So there's always going to be a radio component, aka always going to be traditional radio, and people love local. But personally, I believe that, yes, a huge part of the future is digital, is podcasting, is video on webs, just similar to what we're doing right now.
Exactly.
It's a huge part of the future, and I think that kind of the Barstool model has been proven to work with that. I think that, especially just with people's attention spans, I think that I always compare it to we live in an Amazon Prime world right now, right? People want to go on Amazon. They want to click something to buy, shows up at their door in 2 days. You know what I mean?
I'm guilty of that.
And I think that it's similar with media consumption. It's becoming similar with media consumption, where people want to have their interest and on their time. So they want to have a podcast they can consume on their time, whether it's when you put the kids to bed, whether it's when you're at the gym, whether it's when you're driving, you flip it on. That on-demand model, I think, is, from a digital standpoint, going to just continue to crush.
So does that make your decision easier, leaving 97 won the ticket, knowing, hey, this is a big future here?
Yeah.
Radio is maybe somebody, for an old man like me, 50 years old. I mean, does that make your decision easier?
It's an easy decision. It's also a tough decision. It's easy because, yes, I believe in this. I believe in the digital marketing stuff that Kyle and I have been doing. I believe in the golf stuff that we've been doing. I believe in digital as the future with my whole heart. I do believe that. What made it
You're not the only one that believes that, by the
right?
way,
Well,
so.
for sure.
Yeah.
What made it a tough decision though is leaving the people at 97.1, leaving the opportunity, the exposure that I've had. You know, some people will call me crazy for leaving, and you know,
a lot have.
How can I leave this great job? And I've been extremely fortunate and extremely blessed. You know, but I do kind of feel like when you have an opportunity to really take a chance while you're young. I'm 27, right? Take a chance, take a calculated risk, and really build something to better yourself and build something, again, while I'm young, without a family, without kids, and I can just dive into it. That's what I'm most excited about.
No, I just, listen, I opened my pizzeria when I was 21 years old. I'm
Yeah.
50. So I had no wife, no kids then. I did mine backwards. 21, I opened the pizzeria. 38, I got married.
Yeah.
At 40, I had my kids.
Okay.
So I did it all backwards. But I've never worked for anybody in my life.
See, then
no
that's
one.
it. Be your own boss.
And we did text a little bit, and I said to you, there is something good about you being your own boss.
Totally.
And you're the guy.
Yep.
You're going to get all the blame. You're going to get all the credit.
But you call the shots.
You call the shots. Sometimes the blame is good because you learn from it, right?
Yep.
So.
And what Kyle Bogey and I, and he's, we're partners. We're partners on the digital media company. We're partners on the MDG, the golf community. We got a lot of projects within that. But and he's been incredible too. He's really pumped just to dive into this, and we're excited to really just again jump in, call our own shots, and really try and build something with what we believe is not only the future, but it's already here with all the digital world that we live in.
If you or your family is touched by autism, learn more about Fredi's foundation at #PopTheTab at FrediThePizzaMan.com. That's FREDI, thepizzaman.com, or email FrediThePizzaman@gmail.com.